It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 15th of October. I'm Michael Groff. The warming trend continues into the weekend. Temperatures getting pretty close to seasonal averages. We'll see an increase in clouds by Sunday. A bit cooler for the first half of next week, and maybe, just maybe, some unsettled weather way out at the end of the forecast period. All right, now we'll talk about all of that in just a moment, but first, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. And first up, we're going into the past a little ways. It's a snowy day in Montana, and in that sled right there, you probably can't recognize her, but believe it or not, that's the one and only Michelle and her sister, Angie. And from the past, we come back a little bit closer to the present, but go international as we do. This is from our friend Zane down in Brisbane, Australia, a shot of a dissipating supercell there. They've had some wild weather in Australia this spring so far. Temperatures over 100 degrees, some strong thunderstorms, gusty winds, and heavy rain. So a lot going on there. Then closer to home, Beth took a picture on Monday evening of the sunset and those clouds approaching as that cold front came on in and we had a few showers and thunderstorms come through the Phoenix metro area. Then we have a picture from Robert Smith, and I'm not sure where or when this was taken, but that is a really cool view right there. So thank you, Robert. And Chris Martin has a picture or two from his cabin up there in Ash Fork, the sunset from earlier this week after the passage of that trough that brought in the cooler weather. Look at that. That's like a painting. My goodness. Then finally, Nick and Kim send in a whole bunch of pictures from up in Munns Park this week where it is starting to look like fall. And while we take a look through these, let me just thank each and every one of you guys for sending in your submissions for Photo Friday. We couldn't do it without you. groffshow@gmail.com is my email address for all of your Photo Friday submissions. That's GROFF show@gmail.com for Photo Friday. And the last picture that Nick and Kim sent me, they said you don't have to show this on the video, but then I took a look at it, and of course I have to show you this. How could I not show you this guy? That's their dog, Maverick. He just turned 12 years old. Absolutely adorable. So again, thank you guys, and thanks to everyone for your submissions for Photo Friday. All right, as we get into it here, taking a look at the Almanac from yesterday, just another Chamber of Commerce kind of day here in Phoenix. 79 degrees the afternoon high, 55 was the morning low. The normals at 90 and 66. And looking outside now at 8:35 a.m., the sun shining, clear sky, and we are at 64 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point at 35, relative humidity 34%. The winds are calm and the barometer is rising. The upper air look shows a ridge is building back into the southwest, and that will continue our warming trend into the weekend before another weather system comes in here early next week. The watch warning map, very quiet across the country. Some frost and freeze advisories over the nation's midsection. Otherwise, there's just not a lot happening. The convective outlook for today, we do have a risk of severe storms. That standard slight risk extends from around Little Rock all the way up toward Jamestown and Rochester, New York. And precipitation around here valid through next Friday morning from the WPC. Nothing in the valley, nothing statewide, hardly a drop to be found region-wide as the weather pattern stays very quiet for the at least short and intermediate future. Way out there toward the end of the forecast period might be a different story. We'll talk about what's going on with all of that right now as we get into modeling. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Ridging, building back in here across the southwest. The upper heights are coming up. So down at the surface today, sunny, warmer, highs low to mid 80s, and that's still a few degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Tonight, clear sky, overnight lows in the mid 50s to around 60 or so. Then tomorrow, continued sunny and warmer, highs upper 80s and low 90s. So we might actually be at or maybe even a degree or two above normal. On Sunday, a weather system is approaching the Pacific Northwest coast, and we'll see an increase in high clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy here. High temperatures might back off a degree or two back toward the mid and upper 80s, but still just a beautiful day. On Monday, that weather system passes north of Arizona. The tail end of it should move through Arizona, though, as a cool front, if you will. And so temperatures will back off toward the lower and middle 80s, maybe some light breezes across the state. Tuesday, low to middle 80s, the sky mostly sunny. Then on Wednesday, high pressure once again builds back in. Highs get back toward the mid 80s to near 90. Same thing on Thursday, mid 80s to around 90. The sky mostly sunny and the air mass continues dry. Now, here's a week from today. This is Friday the 22nd, a very high amplitude pattern. Check out that ridge out here in the west, nosing all the way up into northern Canada. and a deep upper low off the west coast. Now, if this verifies, we would be warm and dry. But as we go out 10 days, this is Sunday the 24th, and this run of the GFS still shows ridging here across the southwest and a trough off the west coast. That's a clear departure from what we've seen on previous runs. And if we look at the European at the same time, again, Sunday the 24th, it's got a short wave here in the southwest with an increase in moisture, breezy to locally windy conditions, and much cooler temperatures. And that's kind of the trend we're seeing on the ensemble guidance. More of the members there are leaning toward unsettled weather out here, out toward about 10 days or just beyond that period. But it's still too early to call, and a lot can change between now and then. Speaking of, let's take a look at rainfall for the Phoenix area off of the GFS ensemble. And again, this goes out for the next couple of weeks, and you can see out at about 10 days and beyond, there are quite a few members that are introducing some chance of precipitation. And the ensemble mean continues to come up. You can see the control members going up there over 2/3 of an inch. And that remains to be seen just how much, if any, precipitation we will see. But that's a trend that we will watch very carefully. And looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, it's going to be warm this weekend, as we expected. The 90-degree days are not over with just yet. But then we will see highs mostly in the 80s to around 90, and overnight lows mainly in the 50s and 60s. And that'll just about do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning. Of course, updates before that if necessary. If you enjoy these videos, even if you can't stand them, you know what? Just go ahead and like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notification. And if you hate these videos, you'll know to avoid it. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, they are always encouraged as well. I thank you so much for watching. It is always appreciated. Thanks for all of your photos for Photo Friday. And you guys, be safe. Stay cool, stay hydrated out there as those temperatures warm up this weekend. Drink plenty of water. Watch your kids around the swimming pool. Have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.